On November 2nd, a largely peaceful strike in Oakland was eclipsed by nighttime clashes. Police and black-clad agitators traded tear gas rounds, rocks, and bottles. Jack, a 24-year-old drifter, was in the thick of the chaos.
They started charging at us with their billy clubs out, and we heard the first tear gas canister went off over here. And when we heard the explosion over here, everyone just started running. The whole barricade fell through, and we all ran off. And the cops were like chasing us in their riot line, though. They stayed formed in a line. They're coming at us, and something hit me. It was a projectile on their behalf. Like it ripped my leg open.
When the smoke cleared, more than 100 people were arrested and dozens of businesses damaged. It's difficult to pick a typical representative of Occupy Oakland, but many within the movement worry how its reputation suffers when standoffs and vandalism dominate the news.
Right now, people are waking up to this. Violence, vandals, divide a movement. We need to make sure that we are staying nonviolent.
I am an anarchist, but I'm 100% committed to nonviolence. I would never throw a rock at a police officer. But at the same time, I don't condone those tactics, but I wouldn't delegitimize them either. The American Revolution was extremely violent. The Civil War is extremely violent, and a lot of social changes brought about by violence.
In running conversations on sidewalks around City Hall Plaza, protesters passionately debate what should be done to prevent radical elements from hijacking their campaign.
Without leadership, then you have no direction.
Okay.
You have to have some sort of leadership.
When you put that leader thing in front of him, he's going to have an ego.
I absolutely agree.
He's going to have an ego.
But
and that's why this is. Listen, let me finish, bro.
What I'm saying is basically don't confuse leadership with dictatorship.
I don't.
We're not trying to have one. We're not trying to have one person saying, "I'm running the Occupy Oakland movement."
Part of the challenge is identifying who is responsible for violence. During the strike, agitators used so-called black bloc tactics, dressing up in all-black clothing and covering their faces with masks to prevent authorities from identifying people who took part. They vandalized a Whole Foods store and several banks. That escalated into overnight clashes with cops. Some longtime participants insist that individuals must do more to stabilize the movement, and that includes policing those who threaten violence.
If you see somebody behind a mask that you do not recognize that's hanging around your crowd, you know what I'm saying? Then, be vigilant about it, recognize it. Yeah, recognize it, especially if you're out here for the better cause.
Jack feels that some are too quick to label and assign blame for the violence.
I'm so sick of the word anarchist getting thrown around the media like it's like this evil being from hell that's coming to eat your children, you know what I mean? Every anarchist I know is in low poverty homes serving food to people and having puppet shows for kids and stuff. Those are the anarchists I know. So it's like McCarthyism all over again, except with the anarchists this time, you know what I mean?
For Jack, violence is a response, not a tactic.
But I'm not a violent person. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt police officers even. I don't want to. But when you're stomping on my friend's face or kicking in my front door, it's only natural for me to defend myself and my family. And I don't believe that's violence. That's just self-defense.
One thing everyone agrees on, reaching a consensus on how to proceed won't be easy for a young movement with interests as diverse as its members. For Time Video, this is Jason Motlagh in Oakland.